2, 1, go. And that's if the computer agrees with you that it's time to start.
Yeah, it's still counting down over here. Do you notice? It's counting to 16 now. Maybe 20, then it will start. Oh,
All right.
21.
Hey, everybody. Apologies for the late start, but we're here now. So let's just begin. There's so much to talk about today. Did you ever hear a story so messy, so dramatic, and so on brand for these royal adjacent scandals that you have to pour yourself a drink and settle in just because of the sheer amount of mess that you have to take your mind through? Welcome to the Isabella Banks YouTube channel. My name is Wizzy, and I'm here to be your royal shade assassin. How's everybody doing? I hope you're good. I hope you're all right. If so, that's great, because right here this evening, this video is sponsored by none other than OLC Luxury Cosmetics, a real one from the Sussex squad and an honorary co-host tonight. Say hello, Lauren.
Hi, everyone. I hope everyone is fine and you're doing okay. Yeah.
So it takes more than a pretty face to make it in this world, and we are proving that that is actually the case. Okay. You guys have been in my DMs, in my emails, every place, chasing me down for an update about the Charity Commission's investigation into Sentebale. And I heard you. I decided that it's actually worth doing a deep dive into what was going on and what we could potentially do as a squad about the Charity Commission's investigation and the person behind the breakdown of the relationship between the trustees uh, and the chairman of Sentebale. I mean, if it is only because of the shaky fundraising effort that we saw happen on Twitter the other week, which was, and I'm going to be sharing some of the figures with you, absolutely shameful. Shameful enough for you to say, girl, is that real? So,
Tell me about it.
if you haven't done so already, grab your snacks, charge your tea kettles, because we're about to peel this scandal back like a rotten onion at a royal banquet. And you know how they smell.
Wow. Tell me about it.
Okay, so first off, you'll be asking, why is it taking the Charity Commission so long to wrap this up? I must have received nothing less than 60 to 70 questions on this matter. Well, buckle up, because even though their original statement made it sound like this investigation will take a few months, the gag is that these things can drag out for up to 10 years. Somebody sold me. You heard me, 10 whole years. One insider even said that by the time the investigation ends, the charity might not even exist anymore, just because the charity has suffered under the weight of the investigation. I mean, Sophie can attest right now that the fact that the charity is under investigation has definitely impacted her ability to raise funds for the charity. So, how are they going to continue to exist without funds, right? And so, just like that, this wonderful charity that Prince Harry started in memory of his mother and in association with Prince Seso, who also had his mother at the back of his mind when he was starting the charity. this wonderful charity might no longer exist just because of the investigation that has begun. Now, let's get into what the Charity Commission actually said because receipts matter, okay? So, the Charity Commission had actually said at the time that they're going to be taking that the investigation will take a few months. They also went further to say that the regulator's focus will be to determine whether the charity's current and former trustees, including its chair, have fulfilled their legal duties. Translation: they're checking if the folks in charge followed the rules. That is, the board of trustees, Sophie, past and present. Did they follow the rules? And they made it very, very, very clear that Prince Harry, as a patron, is not legally responsible like the trustees are. So, if Prince Harry was roped into reporting obligations, the media would have made it seem like he was the one behind the breakdown of anything that the charity commission's investigation finds went wrong, right? In fact, even with that, even without this ability to say so, the media have done their very best to say everything was Prince Harry's fault. Unfortunately, those who have eyes and who can reason have already looked at the wording of what Prince Harry's responsibilities are and have determined that he bears no responsibility for whatever governance went wrong and whatever the media want to say went wrong. The two things just don't correlate. So, uh, but they now that we have seen that it might take the charity commission up to 10 years to resolve this issue, to come up with their report, is that where it ends? This feels to me like the royal family's bullying allegations, Megan, because we want a resolution to the issues. We know Sophie actually she really the reason why the relationship between the board of trustees and the chairman failed? We want to know failed when the charity commission does their investigation. But let's talk about Sophie for a moment, because one thing I forgot, which someone reminded me of when we were talking about it, when this issue first broke into the public arena, was Sophie's dual responsibility as a solicitor of the Supreme Court of England and Wales. She is a solicitor and she acted as if she is a tout. Her behavior was very much like it was an obvious hostile takeover. And the ethics she displayed while she was doing that was far below what is expected of her as a solicitor in the UK. What do you think, Lauren?
Yeah,
Lauren, are you there?
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
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 to be
I can
honest
hear you.
with you, right? I kind of feel that that woman, she's unhinged. You know, it's
Mm,
unbelievable that since this has happened, she's still insisting on the takeover of the charity,
yeah, yeah.
even though that she has no trustees now. She's not being able to raise money, but she's still
Mm,
plowing forward and just doing
mm-hmm.
exactly the same thing. And it just makes me wonder if she's normal. To be entirely honest, I'm telling you what I think about when I see the
It
news.
just crossed my mind, but you have a point.
Yeah, I just wonder if she's normal. It's unbelievable, really. Mm.
I'm
Over. Sorry, go on.
into a voluntary position will insist on, you know, being in the position, even when the people who invited you to the position have said, look, we don't have any confidence in you. So I was so shocked, and my mind has just been focused on that point. But that's a great point you raised. That is she mentally okay?
It's
She's
unreal.
mentally
you,
okay.
you you have to think about that. You really have to, because it doesn't make any sense. I've never seen
Mm.
such a thing before.
I mean, not only, I mean, she did that. And then I think maybe she thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to let the dust settle for a couple of months, and then people will get over it and they will adjust, they will adjust to the situation. So she tried to do a bit of fundraising. I think she was looking for £7,000 a month to support HIV positive kids in Lesotho. And the Sussex school said, you said what now, Sophie? Absolutely not. You must be
Okay.
insane to
Mm.
think that you're going to steal a charity and then ask us to fund you. This is not what we came for. We were invested in the charity because of the former patron. We were invested in the charity because of what the charity was doing. So now you suddenly are asking everyone to give you money for things that we didn't sign up for. How does that work? So, yeah, it didn't work so well for her. And but she did pretty well, I must say. She was able to
In what?
raise, in the fundraising, she raised the whole $271.
Oh my god. Crazy. I'm laughing my head off. Well, to be honest with you, right?
Mm,
Sentebale has never, when Prince Harry was there and Princess, so they've
mm.
never posted fundraising on the internet like that.
No,
They've
they
never
never had
done that.
to.
Yeah,
No, they
yeah, they
never
never
had
had to
to.
do that.
No. Well, she got $271.97, and she was looking for $3,050. She was looking for
Mhm.
that. So that is not even up to 10% of what she was looking for. Well, the Sussex squad had fun with that. They were like,
Mm.
okay, let me tell you, when our prince was there, we were able to raise over $60,000 in one go, right? That's the kind of community energy that we as a squad are known for. And that's the kind of loyalty that Harry and Meghan inspire.
Mm. Weezy, do you remember that day that she came on Sky News? And she
Yes.
said she didn't want to defend Princess Meghan by
Yeah.
actually telling the truth that she
Mm,
wasn't being bullied or harassed,
mm,
because she didn't want them to unleash the Sussex machine
mm,
against her. Do you know what I
mm,
mean?
mm,
Um, if really she's afraid of the Sussex machine, as she, said, quote unquote, what she's doing now is leading to whatever that Sussex machine is
mm.
on her, and even more. You know what I mean? So it
Worse
shows that
than.
she's a liar. She's not
Mm,
afraid of being criticized. She's unhinged. She's very, very unhinged, and she's just she's bonkers. Really, she's not. I don't know what she's doing.
Imagine Sophie at the moment. you know, imagine her watching Megan selling out selling out her products and then
Yeah.
suddenly realizing the extent of Megan's influence. Because what I think happened is that although she knew that Megan was a successful actress, but she believed, I don't know whether to say she believed the British media hype, but she kind of bought into, she kind of looked down on Megan in some way. I think so. And she
Yeah, she
probably,
definitely bought into it. She definitely
mm,
bought into the bullying. She
mm,
jumped on the bandwagon very easy. I know
jumped
some
on the
people do
bandwagon.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
So,
she
but
just,
it, yeah, sorry,
now
go on.
Megan has done the first launch of her product, sold out, second launch, sold out, and then has done the wine launch, which also sold out. And then she's
Sold
looking
out.
at her and said, and I was having a problem with Megan coming to the event. Are you serious?
This is the reason why everybody came out, and most people kind of say, what is going on with this lady? What are you talking about? Because having a prominent people come to your events,
Mhm.
it's a good thing. Do you know what I mean? But
Right.
again, her complaints and grievances was not genuine to begin with.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? She was banking on the bullying towards Princess Meghan,
Yeah.
and she was banking on British media also joining her up
Mm.
to continue the bullying and the smear campaign. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? But it did not work out because she then added Prince Harry
Mm.
to it as well.
Mhm.
And Prince Harry has a history of doing charity work and have never had any history of bullying people or blatantly being racist. So
Exactly.
there's so many reasons why what she planned did not work out. But if she's a reasonable person, she should have stepped down by now. But I think she's got to a point of no return.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That is also possibly true. But just going back to her interaction with Megan, there are some people like that. I studied law as well, and there is something that happens with people that study law. They suddenly feel like they're more intelligent than everybody because they say law is like medicine, it's very difficult. You have to spend so many years studying, and so it kind of fills people with a false sense of arrogance, if with a sense of arrogance, like I'm very intelligent. If you can do it, I can do it too. And then she's looking at herself. She's shapely, and she's probably compared herself to Megan physically. And she's wondering to herself, so if Megan can have this much influence and people can fawn over Megan, there's no reason why I can't achieve it as well. After all, Megan didn't come from a wealthy home. She is just like me. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she couldn't understand why she was not getting the same treatment Megan was getting. Hello,
Yeah,
you're not
because
the
you can't fake influence.
princess. Hello.
You can't fake influence. To be entirely honest, Wheezy, right? What this lady has done, right? It's unheard of.
Mm,
I've never actually experienced or seen it happen before for a chair of a charity organization
mm,
uh, to just take over the organization and insist on staying
mm,
when you've been told that we've lost confidence in your
yeah.
work.
Mm,
Then she then hijacked it, even when the founders now decide to resign
yeah.
because of her behavior. But she's still continuing to do the same thing that she's doing. I
Yeah.
don't know if you've experienced, I've never seen it before happen.
No, I've never seen it before. And the only reason why it kind of made sense to me before now was because we saw Ian, what's his name? Ian Williamson.
Yeah.
Uh,
I like the area that you're going. That's another
mhm.
thing that I was going to
Yeah,
say. Unless
yeah,
someone is playing the drum behind
behind
the
it.
scenes. Yeah.
Yeah. The only reason why it made sense to me was maybe even if she looked at it and said, "There's no way that this can be successful continuing on as Sentebale," but for the purpose of the people who have engaged me to run this charity into the ground, okay, we're going to move forward, even if it means that my reputation is going to be shredded in the process. But perhaps she also thought that being on this team would mean that she will win in the end. So she's probably thinking that it in the long run she will win because Harry and Meghan will fail. But hello, Meghan is
I
selling
don't
out everywhere.
I don't really see how she's going to win, because even under normal circumstances, chairs of charity organization, they
Mm,
don't stay there for on that particular position forever.
mhm.
Okay, so they don't stay on in that particular position forever. So I'm I'm not sure if she thinks she's going to now own the charity, it becomes hers,
Hers.
or she wants to be the chair of the Center Valley for the foreseeable future. So I'm not really, I don't understand the games that she's
The end.
playing.
Mhm.
And it kind of, I don't know if you've thought about on the Sentebale side, the reason why maybe Princess So has not taken any action from his side. So I'm thinking it's probably because
Mm,
they know, because they're not the Princess So and Prince Harry, they're not really losing anything, not being part of the charity
mm,
anymore.
mm,
The only people that is losing is the people that the charity was
mm,
supporting to
mm,
begin with. You know what I
mm,
mean?
mm,
So it
mm.
makes me wonder why he has not done anything. Obviously, they're doing this investigation here, but what is Princess doing from their own side? So,
It
do you have
made
you ever thought about that?
it made me kind of angry
Oh,
that he didn't
okay.
say anything
Yeah.
when the controversy was running on, but people were saying that he had experienced a loss. I think somebody died in his family at the time when this controversy broke out. Um, but then also, I also felt like because Lesotho is a very small country and they were dependent on a lot of aid in order to get their things running in their
Mm,
country. So I probably thought maybe they don't feel strong enough to wade into any controversy. That might just be the case.
right. Well,
Um,
it's very hard
all
to
right.
tell. Mm,
It's very hard to tell. Just before we move on, uh, I'm going to ask Mumby to join us to give us our opinion on this aspect. Mumby, we're just talking about this aspect. We're going to talk about what we're going to do later on. So if I bring you on, oh, she has disappeared from behind the scenes, but that's fine. Um. So anyway, what we have seen is that even though it has been clear to everyone and their chicken that no one wants Sophie to remain in Sentebale, she insisted. And then when she tried to do the fundraising and it didn't work, and people were mocking her and telling her that, I thought you said HIV is not part of the charity's objectives anymore. Why are you trying to fundraise using HIV affected youths as the reason why people should donate to your charity? The next thing she did was to come up with a post talking about some climate change collaboration with the community leaders in Lesotho. Apparently, it was to they got together with Sentebale, got together with the community leaders in Lesotho to combat desertification. That is, there are some areas of Lesotho which are desert like. And so, what they have done is to join groups of people that go around planting trees to make the areas more green, more or less.
wow.
Isn't that the kind of PR stunts that William is known for? Just going somewhere, plant tree, and walk away.
Absolutely. As much as planting trees is a good thing to
Mm.
do, that's not what Sentebale was created for.
Or
It
known
was
for.
not what it was created for. It was created to support people with long-term health condition,
Yeah.
HIV, making sure they have medicines, making sure they have support, physical support and emotional support and so on and so forth. So going to plant trees is good, but that's not what that charity is for. And
Mm.
this is the reason why she's not being able to raise any money.
Yeah, because the brand she wants to move forward with is not the Sentebale was known for. So
Yeah,
it's like the present is in conflict with the past of Sentebale.
exactly.
Yeah.
And she's trying to reposition
Mm,
the charity uh, just from nowhere. You
mm,
know what I mean? So, she wants to restructure it and make it to recreate it. So why
mm,
not just create a new charity?
hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly. Why don't you just
that's what
start a
I.
new charity?
Yeah,
Especially if the charity you're joining was about um, protecting children affected by HIV. You got there and you said, you know what, I don't really like this. I don't really like this. Okay, so why didn't you just move on? Why do you have to stay there and be a nuisance? Anyway, guys, before we continue, let me introduce you to the lady behind this melodious voice, the CEO of OLC Luxury Cosmetics is with us today to shine the spotlight on her brand, her skincare brand. Let's welcome a hardworking and innovative squaddy into our midst. So, Lauren, welcome on board. Choo choo.
thank you very much, Weezy. Thank you for the warm welcome. It's nice to co-host with you today or tonight.
Well, we have always wanted to spotlight businesses in our community, and I think this is the right time. Now that the heavens are beginning to part for this house of Sussex and we can see the light at the end of the tunnel, why not? Gives us more things to think about rather than focusing on the rubbish that the British media have to talk about all the time. That said, can you tell us a little bit about what OLC Luxury Cosmetics is?
Right. Okay, that's a nice question. Let me think. So, let me start by, briefly telling you why I started OLC Cosmetics to begin with,
Mm,
right? So, I have a background in herbal medicine and skincare formulation, right?
mm,
At some point I was a little bit fed up of seeing people with richly diverse skin tone, black and brown people,
mm,
being overlooked by the mainstream skincare
mm.
brand.
Yeah.
So if you pop into loads of, especially here in the UK, I
Mm,
think it's a bit it's better in the USA. So there are loads of companies that actually take time to make products, even for hair and skin,
yeah.
in America to suit uh, brown and black people.
Yeah.
When you come to the UK, it's a different story. So you go into our biggest
True.
high streets, yeah, um, shops like Boots, like
Mm,
Super Drugs, which
mm,
is very popular.
mm,
You will hardly see something that somebody from Ghana, Nigeria, or
mhm,
the Caribbean will say, "Oh my God, this product! I know this product. I've used it before.
mm,
I'm gonna buy it." I don't know
mm.
if you've experienced that. So,
Yeah, there are
so
very few black products for black hair or black skin in Boots, and it's Boots that I go to most of the time. So yeah, I can totally relate to what you're saying.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It is the gap is there.
Mm,
They don't. I think they don't realize our buying power, and they don't realize that black people, that we applying cream on our body
mm,
after our shower, we cream ourselves.
mm.
It's almost like a religion. We do it
It's
every
a
single day.
ritual for sure.
Yeah, yeah, we do it every single day. So I think if they knew that, they
Mm,
probably would have, done something about it. So yeah, this is the reason why uh, OLC Luxury Cosmetics is created to begin with.
okay, that's great. Where are you based?
We're based in Manchester, United Kingdom.
Manchester,
Yeah,
UK.
yeah,
Okay. So it's so good that you're here because this will be a mini skin consultation for me. So I've got dark spot around my chin from tweezing. Tweezing.
right.
Oh, I'm exposing myself. I'm getting into that age where the hairs are
No.
growing out on the chin, and then I sit
Mm,
down with my tweezer every evening, but that leaves marks. So, do you
yeah.
have any products in your skincare line that can tackle that for me?
Yeah, definitely. And also don't worry about it. Problem talked about is problem solved. I think there's a saying to that. I don't know if I said it correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do suffer from hyperpigmentation. So apart from not being able to find products that can make my skin glow and remove dark spots,
Yeah.
blemishes from my skin, obviously the reason why I'm looking for this product is because I have these problems.
Mm,
Um, so definitely we do have products, many products, because this is what our brand is about:
mm,
treating skincare issues,
mm.
things like hyperpigmentation,
Yeah.
blemishes, dark spots, sun damage,
Mm,
melasma, so stuff
mm.
like that. So that's all the product that we create. We create it along those lines to treat this problem,
Okay.
on on skin of black and brown people. So for the spots that you have from the tweezing, right, I
Mm,
will recommend the our full sets, right? So it's a face routine
yeah.
that you can do. So the skin renewal serum,
Okay. Is the
yeah,
one that would treat the dark spots, isn't it?
yeah, this skin renewal is one of them. So we've
So
got
what's the
more
face
in that.
routine?
Okay, sorry, can you repeat the question?
So what's the
Can you
face
guys
routine?
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hi, Weezy. I think someone has joined us.
Yes. I
sorry,
just.
I was trying because I was getting it wrong. It's Mumby. Hello, sorry, I was
Oh,
Hi.
listening.
Hi, Mombi.
Hi
Just a
guys, I was
second. We're
listening
just
about the
talking
skin
about
stuff. I'm also interested in that.
you are
right.
interested in the skin stuff, Lawrence. So you need to explain the face routine, the facial routine products for us.
Yeah. Okay, so the face routine for a
Mm,
very glowy, beautiful face
mm,
is, first of all, is the face wash. I can
mm,
see it on the screen. So this is our mousse face
mm.
wash. It's also soap free. That means if it gets into your eyes, it won't hurt your eyes.
Yeah.
So washing the face morning and evening is very, very important to
Okay.
keep on improving the skin. So this mousse face wash is very gentle on the skin, and it cleans the skin, remove dirt from a microscopic level
Mm,
of the skin. So you remove dirt properly. Then
mm,
when you do the washing, you
mm.
follow it on with the toner. So we've
Yeah.
got, yeah, that's the special all-in-one skin elixir micellar water.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use that. This also helps with blemishes. It calms the face for people that have sensitive skin or
Yeah.
redness, or you feeling hot in your face, especially this summertime that is
Mm,
so hot. This will
mm.
calm the skin. It has chamomile in it.
Okay.
So yeah, you use this after the wash to remove the remaining dirt from the face, and also the remaining makeups and
Yeah.
your mascara and all that.
So
Okay.
this is the cleanup after the cleanup.
Yes. Yes, the cleanup after the cleanup. Yeah.
So what?
Then you can then apply the face renewal serum.
Mm,
So this face renewal serum has 20% vitamin C. So
mm,
obviously, on the high street or maybe all these local shops, you'll be able to find um you know vitamin C serum for like £5 and all that. But the difference is the quantity of vitamin C in the
in it.
serum. Yeah,
Mm,
and you have a high content of vitamin C, but it's also safe. It's not going to cause irritation on the skin, right?
okay.
And on this one, it also has retinol
Yeah.
in it. So this would definitely clear dark spots from the
Mm,
face and generally improve the texture, boost collagen, and make the face glow.
okay.
Mm.
All right. So what's the next stage after this one?
So after the serum,
We're
you
talking
need to
about for those who are just joining us, we're talking about the recipe for glowing skin, Gen Z skin, which is glass-like skin. I keep
yeah.
calling glass skin like glass at the moment. Mm,
Yeah, definitely. For really nice, glowing, beautiful skin that is soft and it's glowy, it improves complexion and skin texture.
yeah.
Then the routine is, you can do the routine. If you don't want to do the routine, you can always use just the serum. But I
Mm,
always recommend that when you apply a serum, it's always good to add a moisturizer as
mhm,
well. So the one that I'm seeing on the screen now is the face all-in-one skin elixir face
mhm.
cream moisturizer.
Okay.
So you use this after the serum. A little goes a long way. So you
Mm,
just need to take a little and apply it into your face.
okay, cool. So I got one more product, which is the face renewable oil. Why do we need this?
Yeah, the face renewal oil.
Mm,
You use this last. It kind of seals in all the product that you've already applied. And
okay.
apart from sealing it in, it's a very powerful oil, very nutritious oil for the skin. It
Mm,
renews the skin. So this is for if when you suffering from dull skin,
mm,
you don't like the way your when you take off your makeup, you
mm,
want your face to be more glowy so that
mm,
you can actually like go out with no makeup on and you're very confident that your face look nice.
mm,
So the oil is what that is going to help the other product to do that. But if you also use the oil on its own, because we have loads of people that just use the oil, once they start using it, they'll say, oh my God, do you know now I just apply the oil and I'm off I go. I don't even put makeup on. Do you know what I
mm,
mean? It absorbs very quickly.
mm.
It renews the skin.
Funny
It
thing is that
brightens
I'm
the
using
skin.
the products at the moment. Sorry to interrupt you. So I'm
Yeah.
using the products at the moment. Already, I can see my skin uh, changing. It's definitely gotten a lot brighter, and the discoloration, the hyperpigmentation uh, is slowly fading away. So definitely, it's there's a huge difference between products that are made for our skin and products that are just like general for
Yeah,
everyone.
generic product.
Mm,
This is what I was talking to someone about yesterday.
mm,
So obviously, like when you go into some of the shops, you might see this product from Garnier that will say, oh, this product is good for hyperpigmentation. Obviously, I've used such products like when I was a teenager. It never works, at
mm,
least not for black and brown
mm,
skin. We
mm,
do have like loads of customers also from like Asian descent, India. I think that's
mm.
South India or something,
Yeah.
Asia. The same thing. They're also always looking for products that will also help with brightening up the skin. Do you know what I mean?
Mm,
So it's never the same. The way that we're making the product
The
You're not gonna get
formulations are not really
yeah.
taking our own skin issues into consideration.
No, it's not taking it into that. That's correct. That's the best way of explaining it. Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't take it into consideration.
So
Yeah.
you
So
ladies, yeah, go on. Sorry.
no, sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to take us to the next stage of the
Yeah,
video.
okay, that's fine.
Okay, so ladies, if you want to firmly enter into your soft life glow up era, the way Megan was looking in this picture, this is what you need. Go ahead, make your inquiries about it. Um, after this video, I'm going to be I think I have already done that. As a matter of fact, I have posted about our collaboration on the community post page of this YouTube channel, and I have posted about it on Instagram, where you will find the website
Right.
www.olccosmetics.luxurycosmetics.co.uk. Go there and have a shop and tell me what you think. But I have a gift for you. Just because it is the squad, Lauren is going to be offering two things today. She's going to encourage people to use my discount, Wheezy, which will give you 10% off your first order. And also, if you are interested in getting a free sample, indicate in the comments.
Yeah, free sample of the face renewal serum. You will love it. The product is very, very good.
That's thanks for clarifying. If you're interested in getting a free sample of the face renewal serum, I am using it at the moment, and I'm telling you, it's like magic on my skin. And
Wizzy, can I ask you, you have you started using all your sets? Can you tell me which ones are you using at the moment?
I'm using the mousse. I'm
Okay.
using the toner, which is good. It's really great for calming the skin down. Well, you know, you talked about it, but if you hadn't actually used those words, perhaps I wouldn't have known how to explain how I feel after
Right.
using the
The
toner.
toner. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the face renewal serum, it's already clearing like
Yeah.
those raspberry like texture of my
Yeah, it
skin.
does that. Yeah.
And then the oil on its own is just hydrating the face, and the moisturizer is just adding to the plumpiness of my skin. So yeah, my skin is having a good time at the moment. It is Montecito skin at the moment.
Ooh, maybe soon you're gonna get yourself a Zadie Prince, like Prince Harry.
Yes, you know. That might be in the books. Yes, getting the skin on point is very important part of the glow up. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. Because I don't tend to like my videos to be too long, so I'm going to end this video here. Mumbi, just stay with me for a few more minutes. We're going to go to part two of this video, where we'll be discussing the solutions that we have come up with to deal with Sophie Chandauka. Uh, so, guys, thank you for joining us. Join us in part two of this video, which will be coming up in less than 5 minutes. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Wonderful. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.